Hello, welcome to the Better Half Hour. I'm Mackenzie,
I'm Josh.
and we have been married for 10 years. If this is your first time listening, that's who we are. We live in Arizona. We have 4 kids, ages 8 and under. And this is
Episode 10.
episode 10.
That's pretty
Wow.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. We made it to 10 episodes.
10 episodes. Yeah. And,
Yay.
it's growing a little bit. We're up to 20 subscribers.
Thank you. If you've subscribed, you're awesome. Thanks.
Yep. So we really do appreciate it. So like and subscribe. We like to put out short clips of the podcast, but it's always good to listen to the whole thing. I think you get a lot of context that way. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, and come help us build this little community.
We really get excited every time somebody new comes along.
Yeah, we like have a little message or a little thread in our Discord where we post every time we get a new subscriber.
Yeah.
So we're really happy.
We are. Thanks for being here. Today is St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. So I'm all in green, have my little Irish hat. Mackenzie's St.
I'm gonna
Patrick's
get
Day
pitched.
enough.
I had green on all day.
Yeah. Well, you're a redhead. You get like a
You're
pass. It's like
I know.
a
When
pass.
I was little, I'd always say my eyes are green, so
Oh.
you can't pinch me.
Yeah,
either.
that's a good one. That's a good one. And just you just have the look of the Irish
Yeah.
constantly surrounding you. So
Get a free pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a fun day. Our kids, they like St. Patrick's Day. We forgot last night. Well, until last night, we remembered that it was St. Patrick's Day. Had to kind of prep them to build their leprechaun trap because they would have been really upset if we had forgotten to do that. So
Yep.
they like to build leprechaun traps, and then they get a little scavenger hunt in the morning and some Lucky Charms. It's like the only time they ever get Lucky Charms, so they get excited about it.
Yep. They love it.
Mhm.
They have an elaborate trap that they set up. They work together on it, which is really cute. Our two oldest, I should say.
Yeah.
Our 2-year-old does his best to destroy it,
Yes.
but he's the little leprechaun, I guess. But yeah, they do a really good job. Our daughter was up at like 6:20 this morning, and I was
Yeah.
sleeping in her room because she came to get me in the middle of the night. I got her to stay in the room until close to 7, which I thought was pretty good.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta love those holidays when they just wake up so early and parents are so tired from the night before.
Yep. And and then they're grumpy because they lose an hour of sleep that they usually get, and so they're super happy in the morning, and then they get sugared up and then don't have enough sleep and too much sugar. Not a great
The
combo.
rest of the day is pretty rough, but it was a fun morning.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, let us know what St. Patrick's Day traditions you guys have. Other than that, I mean, it was a pretty normal day. We don't drink, so like I know a lot of people like to drink a lot on St. Patrick's Day. So the day after St. Patrick's Day is just fine for us. Where it's kind of rough for a lot of people, but
That's true.
yeah.
Nothing here.
Yep. So yeah, let us know what traditions you guys have, what you like to do with kids, or how you like to celebrate if you do, and maybe what your favorite St. Patrick's Day movie is. That's a good one that people
Oh,
can let us
yeah.
know. Yeah.
It's not enough of those.
There's not.
We watch with the kids. They really like that Luck one on Apple TV.
Yeah.
So we watch that
That's a good
pretty
one.
much every year.
There was a good one when we were growing up. What was it called? Like the Luck of the
Oh.
Irish or something? Is that what it was
Yeah,
called?
I think I tried to watch that with them a couple of years ago, and it was like
They didn't like
not
it.
as good as I remembered.
Oh, come on. It must be. It has Lassiter from Psych in it.
It does.
For any
I didn't realize
Psych
that.
fans out there. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think they watched the whole thing, but I don't.
Dude,
They never asked to watch
if
it
they
again.
watch the whole thing, that's like a 10 out. That's
That's
like at
true.
least a 7 out of 10 recommendation.
That's
If
true.
they sat through the whole thing,
Yeah,
easy. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. We're on spring break right now, which it's chaotic here. It's been crazy. But we did go to see Hoppers today,
Oh yeah.
so that was fun. I had heard good things, and it lived up to the hype. I thought it was a really good movie. I was
Nice.
excited.
I'm excited.
Mhm.
Kind of sad because now this is one I probably won't see it until it's out on like
Mm.
Disney Plus now.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, I'll have to wait because I'm not taking all of them back to the theater
Yeah.
again.
Maybe the kids will convince us to like buy it when it comes out.
Yeah.
Would that be one you would consider like dropping the $25 or something on?
I think if it depends on how much they
If
want
they're
to
like
watch
asking
it.
every day from
Yeah.
now until it comes out. That's kind of the
Yeah, like Wild Robot was one of those where they're like, and they've watched it so much since then, so
Yeah. The thing is, Wild Robot, we didn't really know for sure what streaming service it would be on and if we would have it.
maybe we did wait for that one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing is with this one, we know it's going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So it's a little trickier.
that's true.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll have to wait, but it was a cute movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie theater, the little like local one by our house. It's not like a chain or anything, but it's $5 Tuesdays. So maybe if the stars align,
Yeah.
I can bring myself to go watch a kids movie by myself.
Yeah, I
I
can't
take it
see you
back.
doing that.
Yeah, no, I would go see another movie instead. All right.
My favorite thing on the way home, Liam, our 8-year-old, there's a part where like birds are lifting up a shark through. Anyway, it's just funny. But Liam was like, birds, that's not logical. Birds could not lift up a shark. I was like, Liam, nothing about that movie was logical. I'm sorry. It was just funny. Of all the things that were not realistic, that was the one that stood out to him.
I think maybe he applies the suspension of disbelief to like the premise, but
Yeah.
not like to the actual,
Yeah, it was funny.
Okay. All right.
But he liked the movie. That was just his one critique.
He has a few notes.
Yes, it's just a little bit unrealistic there. Sorry, Pixar, but
Okay. All right. We'll make sure that Pixar writers hear about that.
yes.
Yeah. The other fun thing that was this weekend was the Ren Fair, the Renaissance Fair. It's really big here in Arizona. And we waited until probably too late in the season to do it because it was warm.
Yeah.
Not as warm as this weekend's going to be. This
Yeah.
weekend's going to be like 105.
It's like record-breaking heat here in Arizona, which I feel like every year there's some kind of record-breaking heat.
But I opened up the weather app today
I
and
don't
it said 15 degrees above average temperature.
Okay, yeah, that's really hot.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. So we waited too long. Every year we're like, next year we're going to go in January or February. It's going to be nice and cool. And then after Christmas, everything goes out the window.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. Kids got dressed up. Our two oldest, I guess, got dressed up in costumes, and we kind of did a little bit. And we went with my mom, which was a lot of fun. She likes going with the kids, and she's more willing to say yes to things than we are in terms of the things that the kids can do. In terms of like doing the archery or the rock climbing or all the things that they have there.
Yeah, that makes it fun.
Yeah. But it's always a fun time. Those things are always a little bit like you don't know how fun or not fun they're going to be. I feel like before the first time you go, some of them can be kind of weird, but this one's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I feel like it gets more fun the more you go to it. Like the first time we didn't know what to expect, so like the traffic was so bad, and then we didn't know how much everything was going to cost, and we didn't know like where to go in the parks and stuff, what shows were good. But now we know what we like. We go do it, get out, like it's a good time.
Yeah. So if you're in like the Phoenix Valley and haven't been, then I think it's worth going and checking it out. And know, if you are a parent, know that there's like a kids section that has like a petting zoo that's free to enter.
A mermaid thing. And
like a
slide.
Yeah. Mermaid. And like just like a little playground that kids play on. And right next to that is like a bird show that they do a couple times of the day where they have these cool birds that they've trained and fly around. And so it's, if you just go for like the kids, if you have kids and you just go for the kids section, there's a lot for kids to do. Yeah,
there's so much to do. You could spend honestly a couple days doing everything there.
But I'm just saying things that like kids are interested in. And then they have like a joust where they have people dressed up in like full armor, like realistic looking armor, and do like a little like 30-45 minute jousting experience.
Yeah, we didn't do that one this time.
Yeah.
Next time maybe.
Next time. I think we've done like 5 times now. I think the kids like the oldest kids have sat through it a lot, and our youngest like aren't really old enough to be interested in it. So maybe next year when Taryn is like,
and when it's that hot and you're just sitting without shade, it gets long.
Yeah.
But it is cool. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's just a fun thing to do.
It's fun.
We like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking tonight with spring break, I think my measure of like the level of chaos in the house and just how tired and overwhelmed I am, I can measure by how funny I think parenting reels are on Instagram.
That's your measure?
That's my measure.
Like if you start crying when you're laughing so hard you cry, that's when you know it's just utter chaos.
Yep. Because that's where I was at tonight. I'm like getting our baby to sleep, rocking him and looking at these reels. Like trying to not to wake him up when I'm crying, laughing.
Just full on belly laughs.
Yeah. Anyway, it was funny. And like there will be days when I watch those and I'm like, it's kind of funny. But like when I'm this level of tired, they're hilarious. It's
nice.
The best. Anyway, bright spot in the crazy life. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, you sent me some and they were pretty funny. We're big Survivor fans, and there's like, is it just this one account or is it like a genre?
I think it was the same one. I've only seen 2 of them. And
I
the same
think
guy.
I've seen a few, maybe. But like there's a funny one where, and sorry if you're not a big fan of Survivor, but Jeff Probst, the host, has a really similar, like unique way of narrating the challenges that they do.
Mm.
And so this is like this guy kind of narrating parenthood in the style, or like this one was just him waking, like a morning routine
Uh-huh.
in the style of Jeff Probst. So it's just really, really funny if you're, especially
Yeah.
if you're a Survivor fan,
Like,
or just
he's
as big.
getting out of bed.
Yeah.
He hit snooze 4 times.
A lot of time wasted, but he can still recover if he gets moving. Like, yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
If I knew the account, I would tell you right now. But I'm sorry, you'll have to find it somewhere. Hopefully, it shows up in your algorithm after you watch this.
Yes. Yeah.
It'll find you. Well, we watched a really good movie. It's been a few weeks. We keep forgetting to talk about it. Yeah, but we watched Eternity with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah.
We liked it.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I think you were slightly more invested in than I was. There, I had like a random kind of work adjacent project just like pop up in the middle of it, so I was kind of trying to do that, which I don't usually like to do, especially when we're like watching something together.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I was kind of just like 75% paying attention, and and even with that, I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I feel like we've watched some rom-coms lately where like they're just kind of over the top cheesy, like just everyone's the humor and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, like that Sydney Sweeney one that we watched with Powell, Glenn.
Yeah, it was just like
yeah,
I don't know, not great.
It was fine, but yeah, it wasn't like this one was way better than that. This one
was like definitely cheesy rom-com, but it didn't try too hard to be funny. I don't know. It had a good message. It was cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. The premise was fun. I think that, just my like sci-fi nerdiness like was a little bit upset that they just like bent the rules like so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like a small, like I have to recognize that it's not a critique. It's
you can't go into it.
The genre is different.
It's gonna be super.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word would be, but
like a hard magic system.
It's not that.
Yeah.
That's Anyway, if you get a chance to watch it, it's a cute one.
It's a cute one. I think that the acting was really good. I think that the actors pulled it off. I think with different actors in there, it could have been like cheesy or just not funny, but they played it well. They played it like sincere enough that it was believable, but not like too cheesy.
Yeah, that was my thought too. Like they picked the perfect actors because she did a great job playing that part. Yeah.
All right.
It's a good movie.
Nice.
Okay. You said you had a puzzle for me.
Okay, so last week we talked about the 2 boxes. I'm still not over it. I have annoyed all of my friends with it, so I'm sorry.
He's not over it at all.
I'm not over it at all.
At all.
But this one, I'm not nearly as like dyed in the wool as I was with the toolbox, with the 2-box one. But so this one, it's like this. It's called the Sleeping Beauty paradox. So imagine a Sleeping Beauty falls asleep, and then somebody flips a coin. Okay, if it's heads, they wake her up, and then she falls back to sleep. Okay, so heads, wake up once, falls back to sleep. If it's tails, they wake her up, then she falls back asleep. So pretend it's Sunday. So like with heads, she wakes up Monday, falls back to sleep. If it lands tails, they wake her up Monday, she falls back to sleep, and then they wake her up again on Tuesday, and she falls back asleep. Okay, so Monday, heads, 1 wake up, tails, 2 wake ups.
Okay.
So from the perspective of Sleeping Beauty, if every time she wakes up, they were to ask her, what's the probability of the tail landing on heads? The
coin landing on heads?
Okay. The coin landing on heads. What should she say?
50%? Wait.
So if every time she wakes up, they ask her, what's the probability of the coin flip landing on heads? Remember,
if it did land on heads, you mean?
No, just like so.
Like the next coin flip.
No, the coin flip that she woke up on. Remember, if it was heads,
yes,
she woke up once. If it was tails, they woke her up twice. Every time they wake her up, they ask her, what was the probability of the coin flip landing on heads?
Like the one that just woke her up. Okay, give me a second.
You're fine. If you're too tired, I can walk you through like kind of the 2 logical answers.
Yeah. My first thought is like it's always 50%.
Right.
But then it seems more likely if has 2 chances to wake up on tails.
Yeah.
So that's what, like
1/3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 66.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the dilemma.
That's the question.
So you're right. Like you would say, well, you're
Mm-hmm.
more like you're twice as likely to be answering it. Like, you know, it's twice as likely to be tails
Yeah.
because you woke up twice on tails.
Yeah.
But how does that make sense? Because now you're saying that a coin flip
It's
is
not 50.
2/3 and not 50-50.
That's tricky.
It's a fun one, right?
That is a fun one.
So there's two camps. There's 50. There's one halves and one halfers and one thirders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you in?
I think 1/3.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, because she has twice as many opportunities to wake up on that coin flip.
But that's so unintuitive. Like, but it's also not like how can that be? How can the probability of a coin flip be? Like from her perspective, why would it ever make sense for her to, like, even though she knows that, be like, no, it's
Yeah. Oh, somebody's waking up.
okay. Yeah,
Classic.
we'll speed run through this.
Yeah.
So here's a few things to ponder about for the listeners, and we obviously won't have a lot of time to walk through this. But what if it wasn't like two times waking up? What if they woke her up 1,000,000 times? Then would it ever make
Oh.
sense? And she kind of knows this going into it, that like she would be woken up 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
So like then you would have to kind of assume that it was like all his tails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like 1,000,000,000 times. You know what I mean? Like the denominator doesn't really change like the what your intuition says. Like,
That's true.
Like kind of yes.
Yeah.
And then that also kind of leads to like the multiverse or the computer simulation theory of if anything can happen. Anyway,
I might go upstairs. You can keep talking. You finish this thought. You keep going. It's fine.
Okay. All right. While Mackenzie goes and does that, I'll kind of narrate on this a little bit. So there's a theory that if you're like a 1/3er, kind of like Mackenzie and I are leaning towards, then you're a little bit more likely to be okay with the idea of like a simulation theory, because that would be, if you're thinking about that, then, so backing up from a simulation theory a little bit is, so if we're getting good enough at like building computers that can give a rough approximation of reality, say like a video game, it's a rough approximation of reality. If we're getting there, then what's to say that we're not going to be able to fully get there and provide a identical simulation of reality, maybe 100 years down the road, 1,000 years down the road, or like 1,000,000 years down the road. If you assume that we can get there, then you have to say, okay, well, if it's possible to perfectly simulate reality, then are we like, what's the chances that we're in a simulated reality? And then you're like, well, are we the one original one, or is it much more likely that we're like, in one of the simulated realities? Now, personally, I don't really buy the simulation theory, but that is kind of relating back to the 1/3er versus 1/2er debate, because you can either, if you're in the simulated reality, then you're much more likely to say like, okay, I should answer to say I'm in the reality that is most likely given the parameters of what I know. So yeah, there's that. And so, yeah, thank you for joining in this week. It was a lot of fun. This is Parenthood. Baby needs to be calmed down. This is made 10 episodes. So given that we made 10 episodes, I guess that's a 90% hit rate that our kids slept through the entire recording. But again, please like, subscribe, share if you think that other parents, might find this interesting, or other people, just to get a little slice of life. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe.